Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and we're going to look at a NEO GEO game called Rage of the Dragons, created by Evoga and Playmore in 2002, but also, of course, this is another Flashback episode. So let's go back to the year 2002. This is Flashback episode number 19, and we'll take the Crazy Climber 80 DeLorean and go back to the year 2002 and look at what all went on in that year, starting with news events. The Sierra Leone Civil War ends with the defeat of the Revolutionary United Front. The 2002 Winter Olympics are held in Salt Lake City. The killing of United Guerrilla leader Jonas Savimbi leads to the end of the Angola Civil War. A Palestinian suicide bomber kills 30 at a hotel in Israel. Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, dies at the Royal Lodge in London. Air China Flight 129 crashes near Busan, North Korea, killing 129. A Boeing 747 China Airlines Flight 611 crashes into the Taiwan Strait, killing all 225. Two trains collide in Tanzania, killing 281. A Russian passenger jet and a cargo plane collide over Überlingen, Germany. 71 die. A mutiny attempt against President Laurent Gbagbo in the Ivory Coast leads to the Civil War. The Senegalese ferry MV Lajula sinks near the Gambia, killing 1,863. Goodness. Two nightclubs in Indonesia are bombed by the Jemaah Islamiyah militants. 202 die. Chechen rebels enter the Nord-Ost Theater in Moscow and hold the audience hostage. The Russian military intervenes and at least 170 die. The UN Security Council adopts Resolution 1441 to force Iraq to disarm. Iraq agrees to the resolution. And the Department of Homeland Security is established in the U.S. Well, now we're going to look at celebrity deaths of 2002. Ted Demme, Peggy Lee, Astrid Lindgren, Waylon Jennings, Chuck Jones, Milton Berle, Dudley Moore, Billy Wilder, Robert Urich, Linda Lovelace, Lisa Lopez, the British Bulldog wrestler Dee Dee Ramone, John Gotti, John Entwistle of The Who, Rosemary Clooney, Ted Williams, John Frankenheimer, Rod Steiger, Kim Hunter, Teresa Graves, Ray Conniff, Richard Harris, Eddie Bracken, James Coburn, and Joe Strummer of The Clash. Now let's look at TV shows of the year 2002 that debuted that year. Last Call with Carson Daly, Jamie Kennedy Experiment, Dragonfly TV, Cyber Chase, The Osbournes, The Shield, The Bachelor, George Lopez, The Most Extreme, Whammy, The All-New Pressure Luck, WWE Afterburn, WWE Bottom Line, The Wire, Crank Yankers, Hamtaro, Kim Possible, American Idol, The Dead Zone, Monk, The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, One Hit Wonders, Liberty's Kids, What's New Scooby-Doo, Dr. Phil, Everwood, 8 Simple Rules, Firefly, CSI Miami, Without a Trace, Still Standing, and Extreme Makeover. Now let's look at films of 2002. Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, The Pianist, Die Another Day, James Bond, Signs, Insomnia, Spider-Man, Ice Age, The Ring, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Men in Black 2, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, Minority Report, Mothman Prophecies, Collateral Damage, Super Troopers, Queen of the Damned, We Were Soldiers, All About the Benjamins, Resident Evil, Blade 2, Triple X, Panic Room, Unfaithful, Chicago, Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron, The Bourne Identity, Sum of All Fears, Scooby-Doo, Lilo and Stitch, Road to Perdition, Eight-Legged Freaks, K-19 The Widowmaker, Austin Powers Gold Member, Blue Crush, 1 Hour Photo, Barbershop, Jonah VeggieTales Movie, Red Dragon, The Transporter, Bowling for Columbine, Jackass the Movie, Femme Fatale, 8 Mile, Treasure Planet, About Schmidt, Star Trek Nemesis, Gangs of New York, 28 Days Later, Autofocus, Bend It Like Beckham, Bubba Hotep, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, and the controversial Irreversible. Now let's look at number 1 hits of 2002. How You Remind Me, You Got It Bad, Always on Time, Ain't It Funny, Foolish, Hot in Here, Dilemma, A Moment Like This, and Lose Yourself. And other big hits of 2002, The Middle, Get the Party Started, Superman, Move Bitch, Hella Good, The Whole World, Standing Still, and Skater Boy. Now let's look at sports of 2002. Super Bowl 36, the New England Patriots win their first Super Bowl. There are many more to come. They beat the St. Louis Rams 20-17. The Houston Texans enter the NFL. NBA Finals, the Lakers sweep the Nets 4-0 for their third straight title. The Charlotte Hornets moved to New Orleans, and they've since moved back to Charlotte. World Series. The Anaheim Angels win their first World Series. They beat the San Francisco Giants 4-3. Stanley Cup. Detroit. They beat Carolina 4-1. College basketball. Maryland wins their first title, I believe. They beat Indiana 64-52. NCAA football. Miami beats Nebraska 37-14 in the Rose Bowl for the national championship. Let's look at golf. Masters champ is Tiger Woods. U.S. Open champ is Tiger Woods. He was the only under par golfer. British Open champ is Ernie Els. And the PGA champ is Rich Beam. Now we're going to look at Rage of the Dragons by Evoga and Playmore in 2002. And this is a versus beat 'em up, and it's extremely freaking hard. This was for the NEO GEO. I am not a fan of this game. It's just too brutally unfair in parts. I had to use a lot of save states for this one, I'm sorry. But yeah, I had to save state at the beginning of just about every single frickin' match. But you play 2-on-2, and you can switch between you and your partner at any time that the game says that you can. Now, there are a number of moves. For each character, there are super moves, and you build up a super meter by getting hit or hitting the opponent, and you can make it wrap around 3 times. And you can do a level 1 super and a level 2 super, and you can just chain together a ton of hits, and the opponent is sure as hell gonna try to do that to you. The opponent is super brutal in this game. It can be hard to even beat the first couple opponents. I mean, the first tag team duo. But we'll go ahead and get started. Yeah, you have weak both punch and kick buttons, and you have strong punch and kick buttons. And you can do what's called a first impact move, and that will allow you to chain together a bunch of hits. And when you do that first impact hit, then the game will tell you a series of buttons to push. Do it in that right sequence, and you'll hit the opponent with a combo. Yeah, you have to choose 2. And these, I don't know how many actually have been in Double Dragon games before, but this is a follow-up to Double Dragon. Billy and Jimmy Lee are both in this game. And a Bobo, although he's called a Boobo in this, he makes an appearance too. And there's actually a code you can put in to play as a Bobo, or a Boobo, whatever. We're going to start against Pepe and Poopa. Nice names. But yeah, the opponent can chain together. There's my first impact. I connected. It won't always connect. But when you do connect, the screen goes red, and the game will tell you 4 buttons you can push. And I have my super meter up to 2. There's one of my super moves. That was my first level super. And you can have your tag team partner take over by pressing B and C together, but only when the change bar reads OK. See, it says change OK in the top right for my opponent. And there's her level 1 super. And he's doing his super, and I just blocked it in time. And then I sweeped him to take him down. But I still have to face the other opponent. There we go. And that's Poopa, I believe. Nice name. There are barriers on the far left and right. And if the opponent knocks you into them enough, you're gonna get hurt, and they can continue to bounce you once you hit that barrier. But yeah, I had to use a bunch of save states for this game because I kept losing because the opponent would chain together hits on me. Awesome! I was able to hit them with another super. and now I've beaten them both. There is a move that is called a special team duplex. I guess just after the last hit from having an opponent come in for you, you press like down, forward, and B and C, but I could never get it to work. And now we're gonna face who is this? Raydell and Annie. But yeah, the enemy can get super cheap. They can easily connect a bunch of attacks, knock you into one of the barriers, and then just keep extending that combo. They get like 20-some hits or something. Try not to do something that's gonna leave you too open. These are some of Billy's moves that I'm doing. But yeah, remember that crap. Remember that C and D together, if you connect, that's a first impact. And you can start doing the combination. You look for the combination sequence that's going to show up on the screen. The screen will go red. If you screw it up, the combo will end, and the opponent will be able to land. Again, there I called forth. I called forth. What's her name? Lynn. That's Billy's, I guess, girlfriend and tag team partner in this situation, and then she got her first impact hit. Don't expect it to always connect. I like Lynn. Her legs are a little longer than you'd expect. She can do some nice kicks. She has a little fireball attack. And don't rely on it too much because the opponent will sneak in. One thing I really don't like about this game... I managed to block my super. One thing I really don't like about this game is that a lot of your attacks, the enemy can slide underneath and still hit you. And if they're about to do their super, they can easily just get past any attack you seem to do. Really annoying. And I brought Billy back in. But yeah, you have to beat both your opponents.
Simple to test.
And now we'll face our next opponents. I can never get better than E. I'm sure there's a lot of things I could do that I could have done better than to get a better grade, but I don't know what they are. I'm doing all I know, and I wrote down all the moves, and I'm trying to follow them as best I can, trying to use my supers when I can, and I still get E. Screw you, you stupid game. There's been other Double Dragon games. Of course, there's the original from 1987 by Technos, and then there's the first impact combo again. He's saying Blue Rave, but it sounds like he says hooray. But this is Alice and Elias. That I think was my super level 2. He does sound like he's saying hooray. And then he brought the creepy gal Alice back. And you can easily build your meter up, quickly, so that you can do a super in like just about no time. But yeah, I like using Billy and Lynn. I think they're a good team. Ah, damn it. Shoot, I might have to, nope, I beat her. I was like, am I gonna need to, call forth my tag team member? Yeah, it seems like way too often I'll bring back Billy and he got hit right away. You might be able to do an attack right as you bring your tag team member in. And I've had my tag team member come in right into an attack by the opponent. Oh, I barely made it. She got... whatever she's doing in Celebrate, she's off screen. I can't see it. I never saw this in arcades. I kind of gave up on arcades around this time. It all seemed to be like ticket games or rail shooters or something like that. That was just arcades didn't have any magic for me anymore. This guy is clearly patterned after Kareem Abdul-Jabbar from Game of Death. Oh, I missed him. Damn it. And then he connects with his, of course. But yeah, it's really annoying that the enemies can get through your attacks or get under your attacks so often. And you can have a really rough time even... Ah, screw you. You can have a rough time even at the very first fight. But again, if you think you can connect with the first impact hit, it is C and D together. Big fat dude. But yeah, I like Lynn because she has long legs for such a short girl. That's asshole. Ah, sweet, I hit him. Excellent. Nice. But I still have to face big fat dude. But yeah, I'm not sure how many of these guys... Ah, crap, I missed him. Not sure how many guys are actually in Double Dragon. I mean, the Double Dragon games. There, I called forth Billy. Oh, crap. Oh, shoot. But yeah, when you're really running low on energy, make sure you call forth your buddy, and that's B and C together. I can't get better than E, I'm sorry. I don't like this game. I mean, for those that like combinations up the ass, love all sorts of things to discover about a fighting game, maybe this is up your alley. And if you like everything about the Double Dragon mythos, although like I said, I don't know how many characters are actually in Double Dragon. Billy and Jimmy are the only ones and Abobo, known as Abubo in here. Those are the only ones I know right off the top of my head. There's no Marion, there's no Lee, there's no Roper or whatever. But there was another NEO GEO Double Dragon game. It was a versus fighting game, and it came out before this one. And there's the first impact hit again. Oh, shoot! I stopped her super attack. There's my super attack, and it hit her. But yeah, with Billy's super, you can easily... Awesome. You can easily go right over the opponent with it, unfortunately, and miss them. This is a mirror match here. I would have gotten very frustrated with this if I played it in the arcades. Hell, I got frustrated just playing this stupid thing on MAME. One fortunate thing is that when a big old combo is pulled off, it's just very, very, very tiny hits, or it takes just a little tiny chunk of the life bar with each hit. There's some English in this game. Hey, guess who I get to fight? It's supposed to be a Bobo, but they call him a Boobo here for some reason. And you only have to fight him with you and your tag team partner. But he can be very, very tough. And he's got green skin. I remember there being multiple different colors of Bobo in the Double Dragon games. He's got long arms, long legs, and he can just nail you with a ridiculous combination of hits. There is a roll attack, nice. There's a roll attack you can do to avoid attacks, and you hold A and B and press left or right at the same time, and you can roll out of the way. And that's what he does a lot. Son of a bitch. Just about time for me to call my tag team partner here. There she is, and she runs right into his grab. Computer-generated opponent, whatever, is so cheap in this frickin' game. I just do not like this. I need my versus fighting games relatively simple. Oh, nice timing. Oh yeah, eat it. But yeah, that big old number in the bottom left or bottom right is the number of supers you can pull off. And if you only have one, you can only do the level 1 super. There's a level 1 super and a level 2 super. And you can bring that number all the way up to 3. Crap. Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, that was good timing. This game was suggested at one point by Charlie Cat, a YouTube user. And I was debating against it for the longest time just because this game is such a pain in the ass. And I finally found out that I needed a 2002 game, so I went with this. This is going to fit in with my 2002 Flashback episode. I only have one more before I'm done with those, or done with this Flashback series at least. And I'm going to go back to the 1970s with the last one, I believe. And now we face, is this Sonia and Jimmy? Jimmy being Billy's brother, of course. The Double Dragon brothers, Billy and Jimmy Lee. I've never seen the 90s movie. I bet it's horrible, the live-action one of Double Dragon. I guess there was a cartoon that I've never seen. And she pulled off her combination on me. Yeah, she seems susceptible to jump kicks. Like that. And as you get further in the game... Oh, nice. As you get further in the game, the opponent seems more adept at attacking you right after you complete a move. That misses. I think I'm going to need to call forth my partner in just a moment. That was a nice move. The graphics are nice on this game, of course. I mean, being 2002 there. There's Lynn. Yeah, the characters are Billy, Lynn, Bradell, Annie, Cassandra, Oni, Pepe, and Koopa, Alice, Elias, Jones, Kang, and Sonia Jimmy. And then there's a question mark on the select list, and that's just potpourri. You get who they select for you. Damn it! I hate when I miss with that super attack. Block that. Ah, oh, damn it, I should have just kicked him. Oh, nice. I thought I was going to miss, but I got her leg, like at her ankles. I still got to beat, is it Jimmy? Oh, nice. Yeah, she's got long legs. Much longer than you'd think. Yeah, the last boss, he's really frickin' hard, and he's coming up here. And you can, nice beak, that ugly guy. You and your tag team partner get to take him on, and he doesn't have a tag team partner, but he's still brutally hard. I will lose to him first, and then I will then put on invincibility and beat him, so you can see the ending. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Had a nice day. I went and trimmed off the bushes in my backyard. Went and grabbed a sandwich at the sub shop. Really, really yummy. And tomorrow I'm gonna go shopping. Spend the afternoon with my mom. We like to get together. Yeah, he's so cheap. He can sneak under your attacks, sneak past your attacks, and just a pain in the ass. And my tag team partner ran right into an attack. And I land right in front of him, missing him completely with my attack, so that he can grab me. Shit. And yeah, he blocks it, turns around and hits me. Screw you, buddy. Are you afraid? No, just pissed off. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this game. There's just the enemy is so cheap, and there's too much to have to pay attention to. I'm sure it has its fans. I don't really care for it. I didn't care for many arcade games at this point or later anyway. I was kind of done with the arcades. I put in my initials, but I'm gonna not continue. There is a top 10, which I might have made. It shows the top 5, but there is a top 10, and if you give it a second, it'll show the rest. But I didn't give it that. I'm just gonna show you what it's like to beat this boss here. Like I said, I put on invincibility just so I could beat him. And then I'll put in my initials again, and we will see the ending of Rage of the Dragons. yeah, this is a Double Dragon spin-off or follow-up or whatever. The original Double Dragon created in 1987 by Technos and licensed to Taito. What happened? The Black Dragon? He's gone, Lynn. Don't worry about it. Now stay calm. I'll take care of you. But, shh, just stay calm. Days later. Are you serious? Where are they at? An amusement park or something, I guess? Can't tell. But yeah, this is Rage of the Dragons by Evoga and Playmore in 2002 for the NEO GEO arcade cabinet. Versus a fighting game that is a follow-up or part of the Double Dragon series. I have some unfinished business with my brother. His brother is Jimmy Lee. Billy Lee and Jimmy Lee were in the original Double Dragon, and if you beat it with 2 players as Billy and Jimmy, you had to fight each other to the death at the end of the game. And I think you had to face him if you played 1 player. You had to face your brother at the end. That is Rage of the Dragons by Evoga and Playmore in 2002, and now we're going to look at the credits. But yeah, there's just... I don't want my frickin' fighting games complicated, and I don't like having the opponent being cheap and being able to sneak through my attacks with their own attacks. I want my fighting games much more simplistic. But I'm looking forward to finishing off the Flashback episodes, and I only have one more video. After that, I am going to do a whole bunch of re-uploads. I had a bunch of older videos with really crappy sound quality, and one by one I'm going to start redoing those and making them much better, and perhaps making the gameplay better. But I listened to some of those older videos that I've done, and can't stand to listen to them. They're awful. So I'm going to be redoing a lot of those older ones. And that means that the anniversary ones, like every 100th, I might be redoing those, and I'll be doing the same game in those, but doing new gameplay and, of course, new narration. But I thank you for watching Rage of the Dragons for the NEO GEO arcade cabinet by Evoga and Playmore in 2002. And yeah, YouTube user Charlie Cat suggested this at one point, and the game just really frustrated me, and I didn't want to get back to it, but I'll get back to it now, because I needed a 2002 game for my Flashback episode. So I only got one more to go, folks. And yeah, I think I will go back to the 70s with this one. I enjoyed doing this Flashback episode. I know there's a whole lot to it, and you don't get to the actual video game gameplay until later in the video, but I kind of liked having a little time capsule for historical information purposes. And now we'll see that I made the high score list, but I don't know how to get a better than E ranking. Now they will show the next 5. And there I made 9th. Well, that was Rage of the Dragons by Evoga, and Playmore in 2002 for the NEO GEO cabinet. I thank you for watching, and I also thank you for watching my 2002 Flashback. So this is Flashback episode number 19. This is Crazy Glenn Reddy saying thanks for watching, and I will hope you enjoy the remainder of your weekend. Take care, everybody, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.